Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving my review for the controversial film Snow White, starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot. So this film has had so much hate around it from the very beginning, before Rachel Zegler said everything that she said and Gal Gadot said what she said. People hated this. From the beginning from where they, announced supposedly we're going to use, there wasn't going to be like the seven dwarfs necessarily. They had showed pictures where it was supposed to be like these, you know, mostly regular sized people, and all these changes they were going to make, and then all of a sudden they're like, no, let's, we're not going to do that. We are going to give you the seven dwarfs. And then people wanted to complain because they thought the dwarfs looked terrible. And then of course Rachel started saying the stuff she was saying, and Gail said some stuff too, but I think Rachel was more vocal, so Rachel kind of got most of the blowback from it, most of the hate from it. And for me, the film was good. I don't think I had as many issues as most had with it. Now, I do think some people probably just review bombed this one, or because of the stuff Rachel said. But I know one of the big things was CGI and the look of the dwarfs. I thought the look of the dwarfs were good. Could they have hired actual people to play the dwarfs? Yes. I'm sure there's plenty of little people that they could have hired, and to play the seven dwarfs, and had them not be CGI. But for what they did, for them giving us CGI dwarfs, I thought they looked fine. I didn't think there was anything wrong with them. They looked just the way I expected them to look. I thought the color palette of everything was very nice. I thought the look of the animals was really nice. I felt like the songs, for the most part, worked. There was a couple I didn't really care for when it comes to the songs, but in general, like the classic songs really was the ones that worked for me. Obviously, the classic songs for the movie. The changes to the story, it didn't necessarily bother me too much. I don't think Rachel, she was saying how that her Snow White wasn't really going to need saving. It wouldn't really need to be saved by a prince or whatever. There wouldn't be a love interest or what all she said. I don't know why exactly I don't know why she said all that, because to me, there is a love interest. There is someone who helps her. He may not fully save her, but he helps her along the way. Along with his people that he works, that he fights alongside with. So it's not like she's doing this all on her own. She is doing it with help. But I think what really drags the movie down is Gal Gadot's performance is terrible. Flat out terrible. Her line delivery is horrible on almost every line that she provides. She is definitely the weakest link of this whole film. Watching back after seeing her performances and seeing people pointing it out in like TikTok videos and then comparing it to her other performances, you can really tell that Gal Gadot is a very bad actress. She does not know how to project herself, her feelings and her emotions in these characters. And I think for me, I didn't really pay attention to it in the most of the stuff I've seen her in because I'm not really focused on her. But I think in general, for most of her stuff, she's a very bad actress. Um, Rachel Zegler does decent. I think some of her delivery could be better in this. I don't think this is her strongest performance, but she's not terrible. Um, this does have funny moments throughout. Um, but overall, it wasn't anything overly amazing. The story's still just kind of there. There's nothing special about the story. It doesn't have that magic to it. Um, it doesn't have anything that really sets it apart from any of the other live action films. In my opinion, there's nothing that makes this the best one or the worst one. Um, for me, though, I gave this a 3.5. I know that's probably high, but like I said, I didn't have as many issues with this film in terms of like the CGI and stuff, and I didn't have as much issue when it come to like the look of the dwarfs and everything. So, and I didn't hate Rachel as much as everybody else in this. So, um, if those factors were put into effect, it would have been a lot lower. But I just, like I said, I didn't hate him as bad. So 3.5 out of 5 for this one. Would I watch this again? No. Um, Nothing I need to see again. But at least I can say I've saw it, um, and I can move on from it. So that is everything now for my review for Snow White. So please come like, subscribe, hit the bell, be notified for all my videos, and I'll see you on that.